Hey, hey, hey. Good morning. Happy Sunday. I braided my hair last night and I didn't do anything else with it today since I've been up. I just woke up and it is this. So it's I haven't even looked in the mirror at all this morning, which normally I do, but today I have not. And so it was kind of all over. Either way, it's Sunday. Cheers. I give a whole lot less crap about my appearance these days than I used to. I don't even care how I look anymore. Because apparently the husband finds me attractive, even if my hair is all in different sorts of directions. I don't get it, so I don't care. Really don't. So it's Sunday and I'm up and I'm doing stuff. And I kind of started doing stuff like as soon as I woke up. Sometimes I have a problem getting up and then starting to do stuff immediately as soon as I wake up. And sometimes I get up and I just start doing stuff. So it's a give and take, you know. You gotta feel what you're feeling and be easier with yourself. So sometimes I get up and I start doing, and sometimes I get up and I'm like, I can't even begin. So just be easier with yourself in that. So I got up this morning and first thing I probably did was sweep the floor. Hey, happy Sunday. Because people have been walking in and out, it's been raining, it's kind of muddy. So I swept the floor and I didn't mop it, but I did sweep it. So, because I wanted to also get started on whatever else I'm working on, which currently is eyeballs. I got eyeballs. I just knitted it up. I've got a crochet pattern, or I can, figure out how to crochet one, but I wanted it to be knit. And this is knitted. I'm so excited. And it's kind of big. It's like a really big, huge eyeball. But it's going to go on a thing that's also going to go on this. It's going to be an eyeball on top of that. So I got to make another eyeball. And a ring for it to go on and mustache stuff. Either way, so I'm working on stuff because that's what I do. I work on stuff. And whether it's appropriate for Facebook or not is irrelevant. It's just an article of clothing, right? Great. I did finish this one up yesterday. So there it is. There's my little hat and there's the big thumb. Let me get those out of there with my nice Superman symbol on the front of it. So yeah, this is finished. And when I give this to the recipient that is purchasing them, I will have them not in front of me, but take it home, try it on, tell me what's up. And if it needs to be adjusted, bring it back. And if I can't undo and readjust, I will just make a new one free of charge because I don't know. I'm only going off the sizes that I was given. Either way, there it is. That's what it is. It's a willy warmer. Whether you like it or not, whether you think it's offensive or not, is irrelevant because orders are orders. Orders are orders. That's it. So there it is. There's the front of it. It's open-ended. You can have them closed, tipped, or open-tipped. And then this one is the one. It's going to have like the disguise glasses on it. And I figured out, I think I figured out how to do this glasses, like actual glasses for this. I just smacked myself in the face with this. Morning, Faith. So, yeah, that's what it is. I don't know if it's, again, I will have the consumer try it on, not in front of me, on their own, in their own time, and let me know if I need to make any adjustments. But look at these. I gotta move my coffee out of the way. Look at these I-cords. Excuse me. I didn't know how to make one. And I looked up a video yesterday, and it's like, you pull your hoodie strings and stuff. Figured it out. Excuse me. Wow. Coffee burps. I've had a little bit of coffee this morning. So get up on a Sunday and do some things for yourself. Maybe you got to get up and sweep the floors. Maybe you got to get up and do the dishes. Misty did the dishes last night, so Misty doesn't have any dishes to do this morning. That's exciting. I wasn't going to, and I thought, you know what? I probably should. And I got up and I did it anyway, even if I didn't want to. And that's probably the biggest thing. I know, it's only me. So if you know people that want this, you can only get them here. Like, you can't get probably custom stuff like this, probably from anywhere else. I'm sure people will do it, but I put a lot of effort into this to make it look right and feel wearable. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. I'm sure that my biker friend is going to wear these at his biker rally. I don't know if he goes to biker rallies. I really don't. But he may wear them at the biker rallies with the chaps. I don't know what they do. I've never been to one. So it is what it is, right? Right. So yeah, I'm going to finish these up and get started on other inventory, get started on more cookies. I've got cookies coming out the wazoo here soon. So, like my bakery people up their order from 10 dozen to 15 dozen. So I got those to start. And what else? And even if I don't start baking right away, I can start mixing up the dough, get it put into some freezer bags and put it in the freezer so the dough is ready for when I'm ready to bake. That's the thing. And I think I just got another order last night. Not sure about that yet. That's okay. If it comes through, it comes through. If it doesn't, I got other stuff to do. And that's the key in life is even if you have something that you're hoping that comes through and it doesn't come through, like that bakery job I was hoping to get, and I didn't get that bakery job. I am working with the bakery, but I'm not working for the bakery. I'm working for myself, man. Working for myself. I don't even care. So I got inventory to make for myself, inventory for the shop up in Middlebury, and stuff to do. So, even if, that, like I said, that bakery job didn't pan out for me like I thought it was going to, and maybe that's the thing that needed to happen. Maybe I was praying for something that I didn't need. Ooh, that was kind of deep on a Sunday. Maybe I was hoping and wishing for something that the universe didn't really want me to have, and I really didn't need it. Would it have been great? Possibly. But also, I still get to do my own thing. I don't have to be somewhere at a certain time. I have to have cookies done on a certain day. Beyond that, in the mix, in the middle of it, I do what I want. As long as I have my orders done on the day that they are requested, I can do whatever the fuck I want in the middle of that. And sometimes it's life. Sometimes it's doing other things in life. So, also, last weekend, I don't know if anyone remembers, I don't know if anyone follows this and what I say and whatnot, but last weekend I made it a self-care weekend for the kid who is 12 and who is totally able to do things for herself. And mom has been encouraging her. She doesn't want to, but what kid wants to do it? But mom continues to keep encouraging her, even when she hates it. And I know she still loves me because she sat here yesterday and cut up strawberries and she kept feeding them to me while I was knitting. So I know the kid loves me. But last weekend, I made it a self-care weekend. And then, what was it, like Monday or Tuesday? The school called me because the kid has her Chromebook and she does homework online and she can email her friends online and stuff like that. And so the school called me and says we had an email flagged over the weekend. It was last weekend. I was like, oh, really? And I'm pretty sure I knew what it was about because right as soon as she sent the email to her friend, mom was sitting there and was like, oh, look, self-care weekend isn't so great, is it? Maybe you should change your attitude with your mom. And so I mentioned this all to the counselor and she says, it sounds like you're doing a great job, Mom. But it was self-care weekend. Like I wasn't cooking for her. I didn't purposely go say, hey, are you hungry? I will cook you something. I didn't do that. I let her do whatever she was going to do. If she was going to eat cereal, she was going to eat cereal. If she was going to eat ramen, she was going to eat ramen. And if she wanted help cooking something, I probably would have helped her, but I didn't tell her that. So by Sunday night, she was like, I'm hungry and my mom sucks and she's making me do old homework, and she's emailing her friend, and that's what flagged the school to tell the counselor, for the counselor to call me. And so like as soon as I was sitting there right when she sent that email and she must have finished the email and sent it anyway, because I was like, look, I'm not trying to starve you, but I am trying to let you know, look, we're not going to have an attitude with mom. And then mom still continue to cook for you just because you want to have an attitude. So we're going to stop the attitude, or you're going to do self-care weekend every weekend. Yeah. So then by Monday afternoon, So it must have been Tuesday or Wednesday that the counselor called me because Monday afternoon I asked her what she wanted for dinner. Whenever I pick her up, I always ask her what she wants for dinner because I cook for her all the time anyway. So the fact that I didn't cook for her last weekend is irrelevant. It was proving a point that we shouldn't have an attitude with mom. But then some Monday afternoon when I picked her up from school, she says, I asked her what she wanted for dinner. I said, spaghetti or dumplings or what? She says, I don't care what I have for dinner as long as my mom cooks it. I said, oh, yeah. So, I said, oh, so you like your mom's cooking and you like when your mom does stuff for you? She says, yeah. And I said, well, maybe you should not give your mom an attitude anymore. And she hasn't. So maybe it worked. I still cook for her, but also, what was it, Monday night? She wanted dumplings, or I don't even know what she wanted. She just said she didn't care what was for dinner as long as I cooked it. So we've also been doing this thing with her homework, old homework that she's angry about, furious about, because she didn't want to do the old homework. There was homework missing from days that she wasn't missing from school. So figure that one out. Either way, so she's got to sit out here with me in the kitchen. I'm not sitting in the living room because if I sit in the living room, again, I'll fall asleep like that. And then she's still not going to do her homework. But if I'm in the kitchen, I'm up and I'm busy and I'm doing stuff. So I made her Monday night come out to the kitchen with me and we made dinner together. As far as she got everything out, I watched her. I told her exactly what to do, how to do it, where to do it, blah, blah, blah. I did all that. I was there verbally and physically, but I made her do all of the stuff. And she wasn't angry. She wasn't furious. And she cooked her own meal on Monday night. So, whatever. Cheers. And I think she also helped me cook on Tuesday. And she helped me do the dishes. I was like, look, you don't feel like you need to do this stuff, but this stuff is what prepares your meals. So you can help the mom do the dishes. And I didn't make her like wash them and dry them. And although she did have a gross cup that she left at school for a few days. And I was like, look, I washed the last one you left at your friend's house for 2 weeks. I washed that one. This one, on you, Buttercup. You're going to wash it. So I did up some dishes, and then we put the cup in the water. The gross cup in the water. Wash it. I switched roles with her. I started rinsing. I started doing other things. Wash your cup. So maybe she'll learn to not leave her cup. In fact, I think this last week she didn't leave her cup. She brought it home. She's like, it's only been gone and sitting up somewhere else for like 1 day. So I don't think it's that gross, Mom. Will you wash it for me? Her attitude has changed. So bonus. Uber big bonus. So yeah, that's kind of what self-care weekend entailed last weekend, is that I didn't cook for her, but then she also started appreciating what I'm doing, and she's losing the attitude that she's had for whatever reason. Maybe it's just a preteen attitude that's all across the board. That's kind of the gist I got from the counselor, because when I was telling the counselor what we were doing, and that Mom was making her do old homework from like because there's a reason that was assigned to you. I don't care if you get half credit. I know you're not going to get full credit, but even if you only get half credit, it's going to bring your grade up. And if you don't bring your grades up, you probably will have to go to summer school. And also, she's a transfer student from like the Goshen system. So we are, every year right now, we're transferring her to Middlebury schools. So, so she can be denied the transfer and have to go back to Goshen schools if she doesn't straighten her shit up. It is what it is. You can teach your kids however you want. And I choose to teach her in a manner that is not yelling, not smacking, not hitting, not screaming, not any of that I grew up with or that I raised my first older four with. I'm doing it differently. She hates me for it, which is great because kids aren't supposed to love you all the time. She loves me in moments, but sometimes when I'm on her about her homework, she hates me. And the one assignment that she was like, really like, I don't want to do it. I was like, well, I know you don't want to do it, but that's probably the reason you need to. And she pulled it out yesterday. we have all of the past homework done. Mom's happy. I don't think she's so happy, but mom's happy. And she's going to be happy because mom's not going to be on her old homework. So cheers to that. And for the rest of the school year, she'll be doing homework in the kitchen with mom because mom is not okay with you going to school, doing the homework, and then not turning it in. Or just not doing the homework because I'm not paying attention because we're in 2 different rooms. We're going to be in the same room, Buttercup. Sometimes she hates it. Sometimes she loves it. In fact, yesterday she loved it so much that she sat out here and watched. What did we watch? We watched all 3 Sonic the Hedgehog movies. I watched the first one, and she watched number 2 and number 3 with me. But she sat here the whole time and watched the movies. So I think we watched a movie, then she did her homework, and then we watched another movie. But she was thoroughly not on the wavelength of wanting to do her homework. Well, you don't have to, but if you want to see the movie, I guess you're going to get it done. I don't even care. She hates the stupid faces I make, too. She hates it. I love it. It's my favorite. I don't even care. So, find your own things on a Sunday to feel grateful for. And I'm grateful today that self-care weekends seem to do the trick last weekend to give her a better attitude, even this weekend. And all the way throughout this last week, she had a totally different attitude. So, I'm really grateful for that. And I'm grateful that I found a different way to teach her these things. So, and sometimes our self-care weekends are just, like a positive, happy-go-lucky self-care weekend. And this last time it was well, you're in trouble now because you give your mom an attitude, a shitty attitude. And now you got a self-care weekend as a result. I wasn't starving her on purpose. If she wasn't eating, that was her own problem. It is what it is. So, but then when she started, she was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know. I was like, look, let's get you something to eat so you can think a little better. So, because you can't think when you're hungry. You're a totally different person when you're hungry. So, get you your food if you have that option. And always make sure you have that option. Also, be your own magic and find your own magic. And sometimes your own magic is in teaching in a way that not everyone's going to teach. But teaching in a way that's going to help your child learn. And I think I succeeded with that. That was so great. And what else? Oh, be your own sunshine, because tomorrow isn't promised to anyone. Not me, not you, not anyone. And that's another reason I got these done, because I told the guy I would have them done in the next year or 2. And so tomorrow's not promised. Get them done, Misty, so we can move on and get something else done. So be your own sunshine, find your own magic, and find your things to feel grateful for. Every single day. You don't have to, but it makes life a whole lot easier to live and to deal with when you do that stuff for yourself. Don't do it. Don't find your own things to feel grateful for because someone else told you to, because I told you to, because someone else is doing it. Do it for yourself. Right there. Be your own magic for yourself. Be your own sunshine for yourself. Because when you do this stuff for yourself, it really does help others. I promise. But you got to do it yourself first. Do it for yourself first. Is it selfish? Absolutely. Does it matter? Absolutely not. So, that's all I got, I think. Yeah. I hope everyone has a great, lovely, amazing Sunday and a great week this coming up week. Monday's tomorrow. And everyone's like, oh, I don't know about Monday tomorrow. Bitch, please. Get your ass up and do something great for yourself on a Monday. You know that energy that you had on Friday? And you're like, ooh, it's the weekend. Take that energy, put it into Monday, and have yourself a great fucking week. That's all I got. I hope everyone has a great, lovely, amazing Sunday. Misty out.